she's got hooks.
Mammy here's society's queen, the local machine.
Eyes sweet, but it's mystical and pugilistical. Matter of fact, the champion.
Little Abner, he has one thing, still don't know how money gets earned. His heart is the tenderest,
Not neuter gender as far as young as is concerned.
I guess Brady's tired of running from Daisy May.
Which leads us to say it's a typical day in Dogpatch, USA.
I'm a-coming.
You can't go yet.
Why not?
'Cause you can't, that's why.
But Mammy, if the boy wants to go fishing.
Yeah, shut. You can't go yet.
Why not?
'Cause you haven't taken your yokeberry tonic.
Oh, Mammy, I'm too old for that old baby tonic.
No, you ain't, and I knows best. I've been giving you some of my own special yokeberry tonic since the day you was born, and I intend to give it to you till the day you die. And for several weeks thereafter. Now open it home.
What, Mammy?
I said open! Now, you know Daisy's too shy to come out and ask you to catch you in the Sadie Hawkins Day race.
But, Mammy, if she catches me, I got to marry her.
What could be sweeter than that?
But Mammy, if the boy don't feel he's ready for marriage yet.
Happy, why don't you mosey down into town?
But
Go on, see what's happening down in the lower Brent district.
I prefers to stay.
I does the preferring in this family, and when I prefer, you concur.
But now Pansy.
Get! I've spoken! Now you be nice to that child.
But, Mammy, the boys is waiting for me at the fishing hole.
Ash! Morning, Mammy. Morning, child.
Abner.
Howdy, Daisy.
I brings you some worms, Abner.
Worms, a person think it'd be Valentine's Day.
Thanks, Daisy.
I hope she likes them. They spurred, fresh, and wriggly.
Just like your adorable self.
Oh, Mammy.
Well, I better go use these now. The boys is waiting for me.
Boys can wait. Ain't you and Daisy got some talking to do?
Is this about Sadie Hawkins Day?
Naturally.
That's a subject I cannot discuss. Except for one thing. You keep waiting around for me, you're liable to throw your whole life away. And I just can't stand for that. So this year, you just catch yourself somebody else.
Sometimes I think I just hates little Abner. Now you don't, child. You gonna catch him come Sadie Hawkins Day. Even if you have to do business with the detestable but ever available Jones.
Mammy!
That's pretty good for the average man. But tell me, Sam, since I was prepared to extend myself financially, what have you in a $2 wedding?
My $2 wedding, my boy hit it spectacular. First I strips to the waist, then I wrestled the 4 biggest guests, male or female. Morning, lady.
Morning, Sam.
Go on, my good man.
Then I tells 4 off-color jokes guaranteed to embarrass man or beast. And as the applause dies down, I dance as a jig with a pig, ties my arms and legs to 4 infuriated mules, and as they're running in all directions trying to tear me apart, I recite 5 of the more dynamic speeches of Alf London. Backwards.
That sounds pretty good for the lower classes. But the lady I has in mind is entitled to something a little more polite. Morning, ladies. Why, Daisy, man? You was looking especially pretty today.
Thank you, Mr. Magoon. Just what does a rat bum like you want with a $2 wedding?
Could be I'm fixing to get myself married, since I just returned home with my newly acquired title, namely World's Dirtiest Wrestler. And being so well heeled, naturally I aims to marry a certain dog patch cow.
You crazy or something?
You know a guy can't claim a gal unless she catches him herself on Sadie Hawkins Day.
If you want the answers, I suggest you perambulate down to the fog-bound meeting about to be held at Corn Pone Square.
Corn Pone Square? You mean this is gonna be a corn pone meeting?
by direct request of my good friend Senator Jack A. Sparkman.
This could be serious.
We only has cornpone meetings for events of national importance.
Or a hideous change in a dog patch way of life.
There's gonna be a hideous change, all right. Now come on, Sam. Tell me about your $4 wedding.
Well, I don't craves your business, but I can't discriminate. First, I clips your toenails, gives you a quick shave and a sponge bath if you needs it. Frankly, I'd say you needs it. Then I make a quick proposal to the bride's mother, followed by a...
Looks bad, Davy. You hightail it up to Polecat Creek and tell Abner there's no good skunks to get down to that meeting.
Right. But what if they'd rather not?
You tell them I'd druther, they'd druther. And when Pansy Yoakum says she'd druther, they'd druther.
Brother, they'd druther.
Hey, Abner. Reach on over and flick that fly at my nose.
I ain't in a fly-flicking mood.
Why not?
Well, if I was in a fly-flicking mood, I'd just flick the fly off my own nose.
It seems like something's bothering me.
Bet you I know. Sadie Hawkins Day coming up.
Abner, you figuring on letting Daisy May catch you this year?
Don't think so. Ain't worth the price.
What price?
Giving up your druthers.
Which druthers?
All of them. You'd rather go hunting, she'd rather stay home. You'd rather do this, she'd rather do that. I tell you boys, the day you kiss your wife hello is the day you kiss your druthers goodbye.
I didn't realize your druthers were so important to you.
Important? If I had my druthers, I'd rather have my druthers than anything else I know. I sit there for hours, developing modalities of figuring how flowers get tall. If I had my druthers, I'd rather have my druthers than anything else I know. Than anything else I know. If I had my druthers, I'd rather have my druthers than do any work at all. This thing called employment detracts from my enjoyment and tightens my diaphragm. Well, I'm doing merry, a thing that's necessary. I'm happy as a cherry stone clam. If I had my druthers to choose from all the others, I'd rather be like I am, yes ma'am. I'd rather be like I am.
Mandy says for y'all to come on down to the meeting.
I ain't going to no meeting.
Thought I might walk along with you to the meeting.
I told you, I ain't going.
Thought we might do some talking about some things that might need some talking about.
Well, maybe we ought to do some talking. I told you, I ain't going. Daisy, just run along.
But Abner, Sadie Hawkins Day's next Friday, and if he's ever going to do some talking about some things...
Daisy, please, just run along.
All right. I'll just tell Mammy y'all ain't coming to the cornpone meeting.
Cornpone meeting?
Of course.
What? You never said it was a cornpone meeting.
You didn't let me.
Well, come on, boys. We best get down there. I bet it's a national emergency. You might need some brains or something. Hey, Daisy, fetch me my word.
If I had my druthers, I'd rather have some brothers who'd bash in his pumpkin head. It ain't that I hate him, I fly my dollar rates him and wishes that we was wed. I turned on the smolder in hopes that he'll get bolder, but I keep getting older instead. If I had my druthers to choose from all the others, I'd rather
our upstanding community of dog pats, I, my honor Daniel D. Dogmeat, declares open this solemn Jubilation Tea Corn Pone meeting.
Pa, who was Jubilation Tea Corn Pone?
Bishop. Now this meeting was requested by our esteemed Senator, the Honorable Zach S. Barbound.
Pa, who was Jubilation Tea Corn Pone?
I say, hey, Chef.
Hold on. Scarlet Honey, it's high time you knew that the founder of this town was that beloved man that's sitting up there on that horse. Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. The greatest fighting general and military strategist the Confederacy ever knew.
Was he brave?
Brave? Why, J.T. Corn Pone didn't know the meaning of the word fear. Terror, yes, but fear never. But there are monuments all over the countryside commemorating his most famous battles.
Such as?
Corn Pone's disaster, Corn Pone's misjudgment, Corn Pone's catastrophe, and Corn Pone's humiliation. When we fought the Yankees and annihilation was near, who was there to lead the charge that took us safe to the rear? Why, it was Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. Old tooth on your horn pone. Jubilation Tea Corn Pone, a man who knew no fear.
Now tell us, what else did he do?
When we almost had him, but the issue still was in doubt.
Yeah.
Who suggested the retreat that turned it into a rap? Why, it was
Jubilation Tea Corn Pone!
correct. Old tattered and torn pone. Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. He kept us hiding out with our ammunition gone and faced with utter defeat.
Oh,
Who was it that burned the crops and left us nothing to eat? Why, it was Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. Old September morning pone. Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. The pants blown off his seat. When it seemed like our brave boys might keep on fighting for months to tell, who took pity on that man capitulated at once? Why, it was Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. Old wouldn't be sworn pone. Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. You weren't nobody's dunce. Why, it was Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. Completely outworn pone. Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. You weren't nobody's dunce. Who became so famous with a reputation so great that he ran for president and didn't carry a state? Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. Oh, wouldn't be sworn pone. Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. He made the country wait. Who went reconnoitering to flank the enemy's rear, circled through the piney woods and disappeared for a year. Why, it was Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. Old treat him with scorn pone. Jubilation Tea Corn Pone, the missing mountaineer. Stonewall Jackson got his name by standing firm in the fray. Who was known to all his men as good old paper mache? Why, it was Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. Completely outworn pone. Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. He really saved the day. Why, it was Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. Completely outworn pone. Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. He really saved the
all right, let's get back to the meat.
Man, Dogmeat, how come we having a corn pone meet?
Abner, my boy, the answer to that is coming up the road right now. Citizens of Dog Pats, our distinguished Senator, the Honorable Zach S. Fogbound.
Mayor Dogmeat and my beloved constituents at Dogpatch. I could stand here and bask in the warm sunshine of your green forever.
Back in your own time, Fogbound.
Yeah, get to the point.
Now, I bet you're all wondering what I was doing up in Washington these last 18 years.
We didn't care, just so long as you was there and we was here.
Right, let the senator tell us what he's done for us down in Washington.
All done got the United States Senate to pass the Jack S. Fogbound bill.
Yay! No jackass like our jackass.
Through my efforts, little Dogpatch, I know, obscure, poverty-stricken Dogpatch is gonna be world famous.
What for? What are we going to be famous for? What for?
You is gonna save the lifeblood of a thriving American industry. That's what for.
Which industry is that, Senator?
My boy, a glorious young industry devoted solely to the stimulation and relaxation of the American businessman. An industry known as Las Vegas.
Las Vegas?
Ain't that where they do all that gambling?
Yes, sir, Ma'am Yoakum, and right there's their problem. You see, in a desert nearby, the government is firing off certain nuclear weapons of war.
Atom bombs.
Yes, sir. And that atomic dust is floating and settling in them Las Vegas swimming pools and on those beautiful green crackle shooting tables.
That whole industry.
I tell you, the dice is turning so black, you can't tell whether you got snake eyes or boxcars.
No.
And those green felt tables are turning so brown, you can't tell whether your money's playing the field or coming the hard way.
No.
The colors is going on them slot machines.
No.
Oh yes they is, and now you can't tell whether you got 2 cherries or 3 plums, 3 bells or 2 oranges. And if you hit a jackpot, you don't dare touch your money, because it might be radioactive.
That whole industry.
But do you think your government up there in Washington is going to stand by and let a tragedy happen to an American industry to whom so many have given so much for so little?
No.
No, my good friends. And that's why the Jackass Fogbound Committee has been chosen.
To find a place to test them bombs?
Yes, some place that we could blow off the face of the earth. Some spot that ain't nobody ever gonna miss. In fact, the most unnecessary place in the whole USA.
Well, well, I'll be dogged.
And I now has the honor and privilege that announce after a 4-year governmental survey of all the no good, no count, most unnecessary places in this whole country, you has been chosen as the most unnecessary of all.
Yeah!
Now listen here, you are all going to be moved out of here by the United States government. Now, meet the fine government scientists who are going to supervise your evacuation. Citizens, meet Dr. Ramsmusen T. Fitzdale.
Friends, we intend to move you from Dogpatch to a necessary place in our society.
The detonation will be on Wednesday, but the evacuation will begin immediately. Good luck and thank you.
And so, my dear constituents, as I bid you farewell, I don't let me down. Just remember that your government is spending $1 million on one bomb to blow all your homes off the face of the earth. So, show your appreciation.
Yippee! Hooray!
Don't that take the rag off of the bush? Sure do. Don't that take the tassel off of the corn?
Got heard of all the very ordinary, most unloved, unnecessary places on this earth. They settled on your home.
Hooray!
They settled on your home.
Hooray!
They shows your bone.
They settled on Dogpatch.
Friends, citizens, wash out your ears and listen close. I wish to add to this glorious occasion by making a history-creating romantic announcement. I hereby claim as my bride in marriage the ever-popular Miss Daisy May.
How dare you? Abner, give him what for.
Why? I'll bust his head.
What? I does a head busting for this family. Bagoon, you crazy. You know you can't claim a gal unless she catches you on Sadie Hawkins Day.
heard the scientists? They dropping the bomb on Wednesday. Sadie Hawkins Day is until Friday. So there can't be no more Sadie Hawkins Day.
Sadie Hawkins Day? Oh no! What are we gonna do? Sammy, what is we gonna do?
May a dog me out of Jack's.
Overruled. Now, since there ain't no more Sadie Hawkins Day, we automatically go back to the code of the hills.
Whereby, if a man desires marriage with a female of the opposite sex, he can do so if he gets approval of a next of kin. Right, Mayor Dogmeat?
Right.
Therefore, I hereby claim in marriage the aforementioned ever popular Miss Daisy May.
Well, is there any other claimants? Well, there ain't any other claimants.
Wait! I also claims the ever popular lady in question.
You does what?
I claims Daisy May.
For purposes of marriage?
Whatever he's claiming her for,
I think she really means it.
sure I means it.
All right, we have two claimants. The choice has been decided by Daisy May's next of kin.
Been decided.
What?
She's already been promised to me by my good friend, Daisy's closest relative, the ever-sensible Romeo Scragg.
Romeo Scragg?
He's a no-good varmint, and I object.
I objects too.
I does the objecting for this family.
I'm just objectionable as you.
You both objectionable. Daisy, is Romeo Scragg your kinfolk or ain't he?
Well, yes, but it's a side of the family that we never
Once a
associate.
Scragg, always a Scragg.
And Romeo, is it true that you gave Daisy May to Earthquake Review?
Correct.
How could you make such a miserable decision?
Because Earthquake's a good man who would put love in his heart and faith in his country, and who just put $4 in my side pocket. Bless you, my children.
Let me at it! Let me at
Quiet, nuptials being outplayed. Let's get on with the evacuation of Dog Patch.
Mary, do something.
Wait a minute, I got something to say. Is there a government man here?
Yes, what is it?
You gonna bomb this place because you can't find anything necessary, right?
Correct, madam.
Says we do find something necessary. What then?
Well, we certainly wouldn't bomb any community that made a necessary contribution to society.
Well, then let's spread out and find something necessary.
That's right, we gotta save our Sadie Hawkins Day.
We gotta protect the rights of womanhood.
You heard your fellow citizens. They want to get up and get out of here.
Yeah, we want to get out of here.
Mammy, we want to see the rest of the world. We want to spread out. We want to get citified, culturized, modernized.
He wants to broaden our horizons. He wants to broaden your horizons, does you? Well, your horizons are broad enough already, particularly yours. You got any idea what they got waiting out there for you? The horrible customs?
Like what?
Like a before marriage custom called engagement.
Engagement? What's that?
It's the time that elapses between the girl says show do and the preacher man says go to.
How long does that engagement thing last anyway?
Almost a whole month.
A whole month? That's unhealthy. That could ruin your skin.
Yes, my dear friends, you're gonna have to do all kinds of wonderful things. You're gonna have to take baths.
No.
Comb your hair.
No.
Clean your nails.
No.
And worst of all, you're gonna have to go to work.
What?
Is you gonna stand for this injustice?
No, Mammy.
Is you gonna take this line down?
No, Mammy.
Then what's we gonna do? I tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn this town upside down until somewhere, someone finds something necessary. Now let's go.
Abner, wait a minute.
Daisy, we have to find something necessary.
But Abner, don't you realize what you just done? You finally asked me to marry
guess so.
Abner, why'd you do it?
I don't know. Well, there you was, looking your sweet usual self, and there was old Earthquake, looking at you like a hound dog on the first day of hunting season. And I ain't gonna let no one look at you like a hound dog, especially no hound dog like Lagoon. So I just up and done it, that's all.
There must have been a reason.
Well, what was it? Take last year's race, for instance. There I was, loping along with my usual burst of brilliant speed, and then I seen you, reaching out your sweet hand to grab me for life. And then, right before you grabbed me, a little voice inside my head said, "Abner boy, take off." So I took.
That's all behind us now.
You really reckon so?
And life's gonna be full of so many wonderful things. Things you've been deserving for a long time.
Namely what?
You deserve a gal who's willing, namely me. One who'd love to have your children, namely me. Standing there in the doorway, waiting at the close of day, with you all the way to love, honor, and obey. You deserve 2 arms to hold you, namely mine, there to comfort and enfold you, rain or shine. I deserve someone strong and handsome, bashful and shy and true. And I know just the one who'll do, namely
You deserve someone good looking, namely me. Someone who as yet ain't shooken, namely me. That is how I remain unless you get me, shall we say, in the family way. Come next St. Hawkins Day. You crave arms to make you tingle, namely mine. To a bachelor who's single, that sounds fine. Comes the day I no longer bachelor, naturally I'll be true. And who could I be truest to? Namely you.
Come on, Abner, let's go on the square, save the town.
Oh, come on, Daisy.
I'm sorry, but there is absolutely nothing necessary about a cigar store Indian or the crankcase of a Model T Ford.
Next.
I'm next. How about an application blank to the Clara Bowl fan club?
Next.
How about 5 feet cool with Coolidge buttons?
Next.
A round-trip ticket to the birthplace of Elvis Presley.
Move along. Next.
I got it. A 1925 Sears Roebuck catalog, special dog patch edition.
But there's no printing on it. The pages are all blank.
We didn't have no money that year, so we sent it out blank. Still gotta keep up the good work.
Interesting, my good man, but hardly a necessity.
Might be if you lived in Dog Patch.
Now, this is an order. Pack your things. Trucks will be leaving immediately.
Wait, it's available Jones. He'll have something if anyone will.
I got it. The most